what we're going to do is do a little bit of a recap on Renegade. The Renegade stream a couple weeks ago, we did live stream that, but I just want to get, for those of you who were there and who weren't there, I think that two significant things that were for that stream, and they were talked about afterward, is the terrain packs and the fact that there will be 2 waves next year. So, like I said, my voice is already going, so anybody who wasn't there that Saturday, or anybody who was, who has an additional thoughts on it, please say something.
All right. Well, so of course we have several individuals in the background and members of the Heroscape community who take the time to gather all the data, and we have a thread which is accessible on the Heroscapers forums that is basically just a rundown of all the important information from the Meet the Team. So I guess just to summarize some of the important things to note, you know, that they did say it was a meet and greet. You know, we were meant to be introduced to the team members, so it wasn't going to be this big old reveal. And, you know, I don't know why I want to say it in Spanish, but lo siento to anyone who thought otherwise, because guess what? We got exactly what they said it was supposed to be. But notwithstanding, there was some pretty good important things that I thought was important, and I just, you know, quick review of that. I thought it was really cool that Lee was talking about trying to introduce a lower price range for those that don't have the opportunity to get into Heroscape at this time because of financial reasons. And like, it was like they were like a low cost entry point was what she was talking about. Something similar to the master set, but not a master set, but like something like a starter set. They don't have names yet. Obviously, this is all discussion based material, but the idea of it was really cool to think about because accessibility is really good and getting more people to play the game is really good. So the idea of creating a lower price point for entry for new players was really, really cool to me to hear. I know they mentioned they're working on 3 terrain packs, and she would like for them to be more. So I mean, that's crazy, right? Because like think into perspective, right? The terrain packs we got in the past from the very beginning was lava, ice. You know, we had the Forgotten Forest was the first one, right? That's already 3, but those didn't come out for like 3 years. Like, I mean, it took a while for those to come out. Like they came out eventually, but I mean, we're like probably 1 terrain set a year, and they're already designing 3 on the get-go. And she just got hired on Labor Day, so like within a month they've already got ideas for 3 terrain packs. That's pretty cool. I'm super stoked to see what those exactly entail, and even if they're just like modern adjustments to what we already have, like a new lava set or a new forest set, still cool with it. But if it's a new terrain, by all means, introduce me to new rules to make me cry in RenegadeCon when they show up on the map. But you know, I'm always down to learn new stuff, so it's pretty cool. The idea that there's 3 terrain packs already in development is a really, really cool thing to think about. Let's see. I'm just kind of zooming through it, so it's not going to be like a.
No, that's fine.
You know,
we don't need an in-depth discussion on it. We're just summarizing.
And if I may theory craft real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
My base off guess of what those 3 packs would be a legit terrain pack that gives you base terrain of sand, rock, and grass. One being the tropical trees and bushes, and the other one being the lore walls. That's my
fair.
I highly doubt they have the time to get out brand spanking new, redesigned for our marketing pleasure in time for next year. But that's my.
You'll see. I mean, they're being vague on purpose, so we'll see.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could tell that during the stream.
I do think they want to. Yeah, and Lee definitely explained that she had a lot that she couldn't say, which was a main reason why she was so quiet during the whole thing, because it was like there was a lot of gated content. Like they had to really, really mind what they were saying at the time. So I don't know exactly what that entails, but there's probably a lot more on the way, and next year's going to be pretty cool. We do have, let's see. They talked about playtesting for Heroscape. By the way, that's already been concluded. So just to give the heads up, if you are listening to the show right now and you are, oh, what playtesting? It's done. Don't wait for the next time. They have mentioned that they will be looking forward to trying to get more playtesters for future sets. But right now, the first wave of playtesters have already been selected. And just kind of to review the process of that, there's a Google Docs form that you fill out, and then they get your email, and they select from all those Google Docs that have been filled out, and then you have to sign an NDA saying that you're not allowed to talk about what you're playtesting. And then from that point, I and no one else shall know what you are doing. So if you do get selected, we don't know. We don't know who's the playtesters. They've already been selected.
Jeremy,
So
did you
I think
sign
it's
up?
pretty cool.
Can you even say? Can you even say? Can you even say you signed up?
I signed up. That's you can say you signed up because the form is not part of the NDA, but everything else after the fact is part of the NDA. So
so we don't know.
Who's on it.
So I can't. You're telling me I can't ask you? Did you get accepted?
No.
So
that's NDA.
okay.
But yes, a team of playtesters has been selected. Congratulations to all those individuals who were selected. A really cool opportunity already for
everyone
involved,
but you, right?
Under NDA. I like flinging that around though. I have to say, there's a weight to that. You know, I feel like a champion of sorts.
Just holding that over all of her.
I'm sorry, that's under NDA right now.
Yeah.
And, you know,
that's what my wife. I just say
that
that's every question. My wife's like, "Do you do the dishes?" Under NDA. That's I can't.
That's under NDA right now. We can't talk
right
about
now.
that.
Sorry, I can't say it was NDA.
But it was really cool. So yeah, that's already been done. Just to put that. So future opportunities for playtesting Heroscape will be available further down the line. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and of course, if you are listening to the show, we will definitely bring it up when it happens. And we have a mention. Craig is still involved. I know a lot of people were worried about that. They are consulting with them. The Avalon Hill team is still involved. There's a cross coordination between two groups right now for the set. So it's not just Renegade's not just taking something over and just stomping all over it. There is a lot of communication between the previous teams and the current team, which I thought was really cool to hear. Historical units, I know that's a topic, a very spicy topic at times, but to kind of just review with regards to historical units, because there were no historical units specifically designed for Age of Annihilation, we will not see any of that till after the Age of Annihilation sets are released. So just look forward to what we were expecting
Bide your
last
time.
year.
Bide your time.
And then when all of those are out, there's a future. So yeah, there was not yes, there was not no, there was no confirm, but it was definitely a not right now because of the AOA units. So I think that's really important to remember. It was never a no or yes, it was a wait. So
it was all a wait. All they said was wait.
It was all a wait.
They could have just like
backwards compatibility.
Last stream, they could have just posted "wait" in text that whole time, and probably
it just
felt the same.
They want to. They seem to be. Someone was talking about this, and I can't remember who brought it up, but someone was mentioning Renegade's very serious about their material, and they don't like presenting things that they don't have solid and done.
And that's
prior to presentation.
That's fair.
So people are like, man, they didn't say anything at all. It's like because they don't want to. They have stuff. They're just not going to tell us. And from that point onwards, it's just giving them the space to create, giving them the space to develop, and being there and excited for next RenegadeCon. When we all have we already got the confirmation, we will be getting more information next RenegadeCon, which will include art and
we'll be there.
Media.
We'll be there. We'll be on.
We will be there.
It'll be a better live stream than last time. Okay, and Ryan.
Let's see.
Just real quick. Ryan, do you have any thoughts about this Renegade or anything?
I mean, yeah, of course I'm pumped about the new releases. I will say you mentioned their how seriously they take this stuff. Their professionalism is a nice change of pace. As compared to Avalon Hill devs rolling out of bed in the morning and making up lore to post on Discord that we're supposed to take as canon. It just there's pretty much every facet of the last re-release was handled poorly. So to see them actually taking their time and being like, we're just not doing it until it's fully ready is so refreshing. It's so refreshing. And I didn't watch the live stream, You know, I don't care who is like on some board of whatever, doing whatever thing. I get that Heroscapers are 10 years starved for, you know, any sort of news from a developer, but you know, I feel like we've gotten so much community stuff that I'm pretty satisfied. Like I'm very content to wait another year or 2 years until we get new Heroscape, especially because just like 8 months ago I had thought it would never.
It was never coming back.
It was never go back. So it seems pretty soon to me, and I'm really excited, and I think like the news will feel timely when it happens, and the wait really won't feel like as long as it seems. It's already November, almost November.
Right.
So
Practically.
yeah.
Cool.
And I do want to add on a little bit. I will acknowledge, and it's just this is just kind of me thing, I guess. And Carmine did say he was going to find any way possible to bring Heroscape back, and he did keep his word. So good, you know, shout out to Chris Nadeau from Avalon Hill Games. We do appreciate it. The effort you did, like it was a very complicated time, very complicated maneuver that you managed, and somehow we're still getting Heroscape. So thank you for leading that charge. However you did it, we don't know those things. It's the big brain stuff, you know.
NDA.
But
NDA.
yeah, it's under NDA. Exactly.
This whole episode is brought to you by NDA.
That's good. NDA. Sorry, we can't talk about.
We can't talk about that.
There's an
in the
episode.
podcast.
I was gonna say he completed the Ninja Warrior course, but okay, sure, 98's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's let's see. Quick review of everything else. Backwards compatibility. That's already been confirmed. Painted or unpainted. They're not talking about that yet. They're looking for solutions. That's all we have. I mean, it's the big deal. Obviously, it's not 2004 anymore, so prices are higher, especially for this kind of stuff. But they did say they're looking for a solution. So that's kind of cool because I mean, it's like it's not a no, we can't. It's a give us a second. You know, once again, wait. But they're going to look into solutions. So that hey, let's see what happens in the end for that. They're going to launch on day one with organized play in stores. That was pretty crazy. I'm already kind of just off a tangent. I'm working with my local game store right now to promote Heroscape. So hearing that they plan on launching organized play day one is going to be really interesting to see. And I probably will be able to report on that, whatever comes down that pipeline, because I will be getting involved with it with the game store owner that I'm working with. And me and him will probably be digging into that and seeing what it is required to set up an organized play for Heroscape on day one launch, and then kind of just tell you all how that works. And if there's cool stuff that comes with it, by all means, I'll tell you what it is. But that's all up in the air too. We don't. I mean, I don't think we've ever really had an organized play prior, like during the original launch of Heroscape. I don't think that was something that Hasbro had. So it's like this is all new territory. We understand the concept of it from other games, but we can't really use that experience with what Renegade's going to be doing. So it's just really, then the word has been thrown out there.
Jeremy?
And to prepare for that. Yeah.
We have to wait. You know,
we have to wait. Yes.
we have to wait, and it's all under NDA.
It's all under NDA.
Jason, what are your thoughts? Because I know you weren't around for this, so what are your thoughts on like the con or anything?
Well, just kind of reading through a lot of the quotes, I found the thread I think you're talking about. It's basically summarized as it's going to be Age of Annihilation, but in smaller pieces, which I mean, I think is a good thing, considering that, you know, $250 for a giant box is a lot of money. But I think at the end of the day, my original video when I talked about the whole Kickstarter is probably, you know, Hasbro is going to eventually release all that stuff in smaller pieces anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if Renegade is just kind of following the game plan that Avalon Hill came up with that never got released because Kickstarter, the crowdfunding, HasLab, whatever they called it, didn't get fully funded.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's
it's
a pain that it's
solution.
actually less and less though now. I think you know I think we're like, we don't forget, but I think we're kind of in a more forgiveness mode, you know. About it, even though we still just like, oh, that still hurts slightly, but
maybe
it's becoming a scar.
We're veterans of pain. We're veterans of pain. We've survived the war.
Yeah, but no,
Like,
it's
tabletop game communities don't always have the most long-term forgiveness mentality. They often tend to still hold a bit of a grudge for quite a while after something
Right.
goes terribly wrong, and they love to talk about it.
right,
I don't know
which
why,
we
but they
probably
do.
will for still a long time.
No.
to go. But no, it's and I just do want to extend to all those who are on that panel for the Heroscape RenegadeCon. All you are welcome. Come on podcast anytime. I'm sure they've heard it before, and they're going to keep on hearing it. Anytime, y'all be welcome.
Oh yes, speaking
my
of
email.
something really important. This comes from Lee herself. She mentioned this directly. She wants to hear your feedback. So if
Whose
you have
feedback?
any suggestions whatsoever, just yours as a Heroscape player.
Specifically you, Ryan.
And if,
Yeah, that's why I'm just
specifically you, Ryan. No, but that. so she's actually going around, and she told me that she is watching people's content on YouTube. She's
Good.
catching people's stuff, and so if you have anything you want to say at all, please feel free to go live and do. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a full thing. You can do a short. You can do something small on TikTok, but like start making your voice heard. You say the things you want about this game. She is listening.
Well,
She's looking for that
Lee,
information.
if you're listening, which Jeremy just said you are, we
Yes,
invite you.
yes.
Come on board, because then the questions will be
You can
asked.
get live opinions
and,
right here.
and then you'll be still be under NDA, and then
Then we can.
we'll just have a fun time, Instead of getting the information, we'll still have a fun time.
You can come on our
just
meme
get to know you
review.
as a person. Yeah, really, meme review come January 31st. That will be fun too.
You'll really understand the community, You really can understand the community through their memes. I
Oh,
think.
always. The memes
is-
is a cultural staple at this point.
Absolutely.
Like that's how you observe society. So 10,000 years from now, whatever, when they're digging up our fossils, they're gonna find memes and like try to interpret it, and it's just gonna be a really good time for them because they're like, wait,
sure.
this is
But they
how
won't
this is how
understand the
civilization
reference.
communicate.
That's
Yeah,
the problem.
no, they're going to make terrible in conclusions. They're gonna get the completely wrong information.
They're gonna
But
think
the
it's
funny thing is them
classical.
trying. Yeah.
Let's shout out to Ryan.
That's classical art, y'all. Are you ready?
That's
You ready for that?
classical.
Your meme to be a classical piece of painting or something.
By the way, Ryan,
This
I
is a
love
woke
that joke. I love that joke, Ryan. Okay, so
That's funny.
if anybody got anything else to say,
I just got
There's a
one
little bit
more-
left.
go ahead,
but
Josiah.
yeah,
Go ahead, Josiah.
One more thought.
Yeah.
The main thing they said is 2024 is going to be the year of Heroscape. So just
Yes.
I think we're on the precipice of just a deluge of things coming out. So wait.
Especially next Renegade. So
And
Wait.
and then I was really interested in what they said. They said they had some plans for Raylan, which means it seems like I don't know what the plans are, but it seems kind of like bigger than here's evil Raylan. So either some storytelling or multimedia interaction. So I'm really looking forward to that.
yeah,
Absolutely.
No, that
Yep.
that was the next thing. Definitely after organized play, they mentioned that. So whatever Rowan is working on with Raylan's got Craig excited. It's got marketing excited, and then it's supposed to be like outside of Heroscape content. So that's a really interesting phrasing. I'm like, are they going to do like YouTube shorts or like some sort of content format to introduce Raylan's backstory and then explain why she went bad? So that would be really cool. I would enjoy seeing that, like especially as like a marketing experience. Yeah, you tell the story of the game that no one has had a chance to hear about the past 13 years. That would be perfect, So, let's see. They said Heroscape in France. that was a big thing. A lot of we did have some people ask about Europe's representation, and Renegade will be providing access. Which here's the thing, I got into Heroscape in Belgium. I understand, right? Literally all we had was Rise of the Valkyrie for years. I didn't know there was expansions for Heroscape. I didn't know they actually had like future content planned for this game until I returned back to the United States, and then all of a sudden I got Arms Return, Roads of the Forgotten Forest. I'm just like, whoa, where did all this come from? It was all new to me. So yeah, they're saying that that's going to be different. It's going to be so that's kind of really hopeful for the European Heroscapers. They are not going to be able to print old figures. That's cut off, unfortunately, and we already kind of understood that was a thing because the original molds are gone. So I would just rely on 3D printing right now. STLs, hit some friends if you know people that know what they're doing with that kind of stuff. probably will be your best way to get access to classic Heroscape, unless you're willing to put the money down on eBay, which by all means, if that is your financial opportunity, good luck. It's a rough
auction
ride.
sites, or win them on a channel like this, you know, because
or win them on a channel
opportunities available like that, you know. So
yep. And then we have everything on HasLab's going to be used. That includes exclusives. That includes the stretch goals. So we will be seeing Sonlin on a Dragon. We will be seeing Q11, things like that, which is super exciting because I was very worried about the state of those characters since they were meant to be stretch goals and we didn't get those stretch goals. So it's like, ooh, please don't get rid of those characters. They were really cool redesigns. And then, of course, Scavarith, Lord of Ruin, and the Thyraxis Dragoon will also be included. And what else? Will there be efforts to make sure people who can't access old figures can stay competitive? Yeah, they're talking about tournament rulings and legals and stuff. I don't think they're going to try. Yes, they can't run some events that also allow. Yeah, they're going to try to take care of everybody. So they're going to make sure it'll be easy to play the game, especially play the game in their tournaments. But remember, we also have other tournament formats available. You know, ScapeCon, Hexacon, all those groups, all those individuals are running third party. And I don't mean this in a negative way, but like they're operating their own tournament arcs, right? It's not the word.
Yeah,
but,
nothing.
And yeah, you don't have to be afraid of not being able to use classic Heroscape in a tournament. It's just that Renegade's going to be working for the new players, whereas we have the ScapeCon for classic play and things like that, I think. And that's going to, I'm cool with that. I totally understand that they can't really expect you to get the Roman Legion if you can't get the Roman Legion. You know what I mean? So it's like, I see the idea of working for the future of Heroscape. I mean, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And then, that was, let's see.
Yeah, and Arable,
3 months.
I'm sorry, just one second. Arable says in the chat there, I know he's from Germany. So this is important for people from Renegade watching. We do have a viewer from Germany, and he's saying the EU struggle is real. I was able to get some stuff by importing Scape for loads of money. So yeah, trying to find a cost-effective way.
Yeah, Renegade's gonna fix that.
Yeah,
which is nice.
So yeah. So hopefully, Renegade, you're listening to that and do your best for the community out there in Europe for sure, and the rest of the world.
Yep. And then they're working really hard, launching Heroscape next year, and sometime in the first quarter. So that for business talk, right? First quarter is January to March, the first 3 months of the year. They're going to be they're just going to reveal everything coming in Wave 1 around that RenegadeCon, around that time frame. So that's in the first 3 months of the year. We got multiple waves planned. They're going to show off a lot of stuff, trickle stuff, spill the beans. And then they said just join the Discord if you want the information. If you don't want to join the Discord, we'll probably talk about it here too. So, but yeah, Discord's going to have probably the OG information will be dropping there. And yeah, for March, Wave 1 of 2024 releases will be in Q1, not released till later in the year. And then we are told we can expect 2 waves in 2024 total, which is a lot more Heroscape than 0. But yeah, no, we got 2 waves already planned, and that's really exciting for me. And that's
shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
We have cored for you the Meet the Team. So if you have not had the chance to catch up on that show, we just told you the most important bits of that. And yeah, just honestly, Heroscape in 2024. That's really, really exciting. So, yep, I'm stoked with their plans for it.
Start selling your kidneys now.
Start selling your kidneys now. Start saving that. Selling all those bonds.
I don't recommend selling anything that's very, very important or connected to you. Do anything.
Ryan, what are you willing to sacrifice for Heroscape?
I have a spare.
I've sacrificed 10 years. How about you, Jeremy?
That's fair. Time is a great sacrifice.
Yeah, but no, it's great to see and look forward to what they have planned. I can't wait to see these waves and these terrain packs for sure. So yeah, next RenegadeCon is going to be fun.